Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
I'm okay with the longs right now. I'm not resting shorts just yet because on Friday we had pretty tight ranges all the way around, so we could see where were we at. We did 535 on Friday with the current ATR 683, so not a volatile day on Friday. So with the Dow, I mean, I could take heat on the Dow at 50 cents a point, but with the ES already being outside day up, kind of want to give this some room. I definitely don't want to trade anything. No shorts outside day up for me. That's kind of a rule. But even here on a tight range on the Russell, the small caps, I want to be able to maybe even give this room to here. This might be okay for me.
Order submitted.
But that would be an after the open move, and that's kind of where I'd rest at. But I'm always okay with longs, especially like if you zoom out and if we zoom out and look, like this EMA is we're trending upwards. So I'm okay with longs. Longs are fine. On the ES, longs aren't as great, right? Maybe, but I'm not trying to be biased. I mean, we've pretty much been flat. Just kind of got to react to it, but that's. I mean, the strategy is let it sit and then wait. Nobody here. So that's my wife. Oh, one. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Just sitting here waiting. Waiting for orders to be filled. Name of the game. Drinking coffee. Oh, that's better. Go down. Let's go get filled up here. Let's go get filled up there. Gonna be dope. Want to be in. Want to be in. I think they are what they are. I mean, can you be more specific? What do I think about them? I think we have certain levels that we can trade off of, and we're going to wait until price gets to those levels. And until price gets to those levels, we're kind of just going to just hang out. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think we're looking at? I mean, I've been in here for a few minutes, so yeah. These are the three that I'm trading: the Russell, the ES, and the Dow. And there's my resting orders. Now we wait. Yeah, absolutely. This is Ninja Trader. If you actually look in the description of this live stream, I can actually give it to you. If you look in the description of the live stream, I have a bunch of frequently asked questions. That happens to be one of them, obviously. But yes, this is Ninja Trader. Inside the description also is a full breakdown of what you're looking at on this screen, like how I set this screen up, what these charts are. There's also a video in there that talks about exactly what my strategy is. So what I'm looking for and why these orders are what they are. But yeah, no, I'm happy to answer any questions you have. So yeah, any other questions you have, just let me know. But if you don't want to just hear me talk about it the whole time, like I said, or after the stream, you can go to the description. Like I said, there's links to the strategy, the screen, everything that I'm doing. And if I missed a frequently asked question in that description, please just let me know. But thank you for asking. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, on the left, you're just looking at a 30-minute regular candlestick chart. On the right, you're looking at a chart that they're called Ranko bars, but these are a specific type of Ranko bars. So they are, you have to kind of get them. They're third-party Ninja Trader. You got to get them and put them in. But I think they're unique to the Ninja Trader platform. They just have a little bit of an offset, which makes the bars a little bit different. But as far as the indicators, pretty much just volume profiles. Volume profiles, session value area, high and low. I use 78%. I know people use different numbers for that. That's what I kind of like. I got a 233 EMA on here, and then prior session high, low, and prior session POC, and current session developing POC. On the right, this is VWAP with standard deviations 1 and 2 away from VWAP. That's really it. Very, very simple. I like things simple so I can't make too many mistakes and I don't have to think too much. And there's my cup of coffee gone. Gone. Got about 20 minutes until the cash session opens. For anybody that just got here, this is kind of what we're building off of and kind of what a micro life looks like when you're not trading minis. Micro is nice and easy. Pretty much going to be working on holding trades a little bit longer. Win rates always high, mid 80s. This is probably a little bit higher week. Friday was really the only day I really held trades as long as I should have. If we look even at prior weeks, still pretty high win rate. Only traded 2 days this week. But even on a losing week when I have a pretty high win rate, this is eating like a bird, shitting like an elephant. Really small wins, but then a really, really big loss. That's what I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to make my wins a little bit bigger to kind of match what a loss day would be. I also just came over. I want to check the news. I don't think we have any. I don't think we have any news events today. Nah. None to speak of. None to speak of, which is always nice. But who needs news when you have the President of the United States that likes to just tweet things and make life very interesting? Very, very interesting. Once the market opens, we can even open some options streams, and maybe we'll trade some options too. Who knows? See what the futures life looks like. Definitely feel much more comfortable trading options than futures. Go out. We get in before the open. So when I first learned the mean reversion, I was always trading the right screen first. And I was always like, oh, we're at +2. I got to get in. And I was finding out that I was really, really early. And then it would keep going. And I was like, this doesn't work. But then you start to figure out the difference between the ranges on the day and where we're currently at in that range and the time of day. And also using the left now, using the 30-minute chart primarily as my entry points is much more. I'll use the deviation bands. Once maybe I'm in a trade, I'll use it to kind of exit or to use it as confluence. Or once we get a little bit more range. Once this number here is about 50% of the expected range on the day, then I'm more likely to use the chart on the right. But for now, we're going to get in. The Dow and yeah, they haven't really been moving together recently. That's what the ES is doing. ES is still going. $15 minutes to the open. You go see the time on the bar. So you can actually kind of even see. I think there's a 10-second delay between me and the stream. So you can kind of see, here's where the time of day is down here. I think it's 10 seconds delay on us. I try and be out of trades as quick as possible, if that makes sense. Depending on what the day looks like, when I was working, I had my charts open really all day with resting orders, and I'd kind of just wait until those orders got filled. Now that I'm on summer break and I got my kids and things like that, I have a feeling I'll probably be done by 11 o'clock Eastern. Try and trade for about an hour. So there's just days where it doesn't really move that much, and I know that like I got to get out of here. Or if I have a really, really nice morning, I always shut it down at 11 o'clock. I'm not trying to give anything back in the afternoon. Too many times I've tried to stick around and make more money in the afternoon. And does it happen from time to time? Yeah, definitely. Sometimes when I sit, I definitely make a lot of money in the afternoon, but more times than not, I give away profits. So that will sometimes dictate how long I want to trade for. But I don't have like a hard set rule. If I'm not in a trade around 10:30, 11 o'clock Eastern, I'm probably going to get out of there. But if I am in a trade, then I could sit and watch it and manage it all day. All right, we got 14 minutes of the open. I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be right back, and then we'll hopefully have a little bit of action. If you have any other questions, please let them in. I'll answer them in just give me 1 second. QBF3306. Good morning. I was hoping to come back from the bathroom and be in a trade. Come on down. There it goes. Come on down. Sorry, my shit's all tangled. Go down. Go down. I can see all these wicks in here too. There's a good chance I might miss this one. All right, we see this. So we might have missed this one. Right here. Oh yeah, we missed it. All right. We missed that one. Slightly frustrating, but it happens. Kind of the same thing. This from the other day. This kind of could come down to here. Right as we say it, right? That's when it goes for it. Flushed right out. I'm going to leave this here just as a reminder to look at that again. Look at that again, Brad. I mean, I guess the good news is that's what we're trying to trade. If it's 9:36 in the morning, we're in that trade. But I can't place that trade pre-market, especially with the ES being up. Everything's up, right? We've green all across the board, even on the dreaded Nazzy. So Nazzy's up over 1% today. So yeah, I can't take that trade until we're at prior session high. But I wanted to. I mean, perfect. Perfect line. That's what we want to see. It's good news. I mean, a small range, even if we got in here, we got in at the +2s. Where are you guys getting in? You guys got resting orders? Seeing anything? What a great wick. What a great wick. Right on. Solid strategy. Good idea. Depending on the markets, there's a lot of times where I'm going to wait till 9:30 as well. When I opened my computer, I was still far enough away from my orders that I was able to place them. This is why we have like nothing up here, only longs on these ones for that reason. I'll wait till the market opens. Oh my golly. Suck it down. I mean, great two-way action here. This wick right into this wick. It's pretty nice stuff. I mean, that's what we want. That's the stuff that we want. Monday opens can also be a little bit more volatile with the weekend, but depending on how much stuff you have on your watch list. Interesting. this up too. Oh, I need to update my stuff. I don't want to upgrade yet. I'll do that for tomorrow. It's going to come all the way back up, you think? Or keep going? Here's the difference between like pre-market and once the market's open. Like, yeah, this could be a short right here if the market was open, but 3 more minutes. We're going to wait till the next candle, see what happens. Good morning, everybody. Let me know where you're here from. We are coming live from Long Island, New York. On my first official day of summer vacation. Last couple of weeks, state testing and stuff was a little slower, but keys are in. Officially on summer break. Don't have to go back to work until Labor Day. So we're going to do this 2 hours a day. Toronto, Canada. There we go. Toronto, Canada. Look at that candle. This is the most glorious mean reversion candle you can see. We're going all the way back up. Be great. I would like you to do that. I'd like that very much. Folks starting to spread out a little bit more. Small cap dumps. Suck it, Russell. Come all the way down to my long. Look at that move. And away we go. Russell, gonna be in?
Order filled.
We're in.
Order submitted.
It's early. We might buy stop this just to lock in something for the morning.
Order submitted.
Yeah, let's lock in something for the morning. What's up?
Order filled.
Okay, so we're out.
Order canceled.
12:15. Start the day. Quick little Russell bounce. Not bad. Like I said, trigger happy on that one. We could see some motion. See if I would have got my actual target, which would have been right here. Yep. Would have got it. Like I said, early in the morning, I like to start the day and the week with a little bit of green. Even if it's $10, right? But that's why we rest the orders, right? We have the 233 trend here. We also have prior POC. That's exactly what I want, right? We could have held that for a little bit. Also, too, not really having a target above besides that. Yeah. Take the $11, right? Who doesn't like $11 to start the Monday? Trading micros. Now we see what else is going on. I also feel a lot more comfortable now coming up here and resting an order there.
Order submitted.
So we'll keep an eye on that. Still nothing but longs on the ES for me because we are outside day up. So let's stay on the Dow here and watch what happens on the Dow. Yeah. Holy Russell trade, guys. Yeah, I'm a donkey. I just don't know why I can't hold trades. I just can't do it. It's exactly what we wanted. We had prior POC. We had trend. 2 days ago's prior session low. A great place to bounce. And I just took it off. It's too early. It's too early to start it. But here we go. Dow's going to give us some action here. Go down. Or is the same thing going to happen that just happened? Is it going to come up? I mean, I guess I could enter here and just take a little bit of heat if I need to. Yeah, let's go to power session high. Let's go to session high. See if we can get a fill here.
Order filled.
Okay, we're in. So now that we are outside day up, I'm really not looking for any ads. I'm not looking to short anything else. We do have a ton of room here, right, to come all the way up to where this madness was on Thursday, which was kind of a repeat of Wednesday. This is a good time to talk about like how long I will hold a trade. This particular situation, because I'm in one contract, I'll probably let this go to maybe down $75, in which I'd probably close it somewhere between 60 and 75. Definitely wouldn't be looking for any more ads until we come back inside the bands, but this is the beauty of trading micros. I don't need to be necessarily 100% right with my entry. I can be a little bit off, knowing I'm going to take some heat, knowing I might have been a little bit early, and that's totally okay. And just because I don't want to manage a ton of stuff, like I said, I'm short here. I don't necessarily want to be long and short, so I'm going to take this one off. And we're just going to let this Dow trade kind of play out. It's not that I can't be in two instruments at once. I don't really want to manage that. Kind of just want to watch the Dow and do what the Dow says.
Order submitted.
I'm actually going to move this down, and then what I'll do is if we get here, because we have a little bit of green cushion on the day, if we come back down to there, I'll probably put my buy stop there at -1. I mean a +1. And then kind of let it run. So now I'll
Order
buy stop
submitted.
this, and I'll have my target down here at VWAP. And I'm not going to be a dick
Order
for a tick.
filled.
I'm going to take that
Order
off.
canceled.
Boom. Boom. Love it. Two for two on the day. Up $56, guys. We're going to hang out. We're 7 minutes into the session. That's a good day for me. We're getting some, getting a little bit of action. Yeah, I mean, getting out a +1's fine, especially depending on where you got in. And that's kind of what I was saying. Like, once I get to that initial target, now I'm trying to, instead of taking profit there, especially if it's a small one, like we only got movement from here down to there. That's when I'm putting a board and then just trailing that buy stop. Things I'm working on. But I mean, being up for me, $56 on the day. If we look, oh, that's exactly the same as last week. Oh, $56.80. Hold on. Last week I had $56.80 on Monday. So like I said, that's a really good day for me. So we are going to be super patient now, and that might be it. That might be it for me today. I have to be okay with just getting a small piece and then moving on till tomorrow. Congrats to anybody that took that all the way down to VWAP. That was good stuff. Yeah, as far as which recap, when you say recap, like you want to see all the trades I took, a specific day in particular, let me know. What would be great? A day, week, trade, one day in particular. What would you like to see? If you could be specific. The beginning of the week was the same, but then we did something a little bit different. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that my trades stay on the chart. All of them. Let me see if we can go back. Okay, there's one. Not sure what day this was. NinjaTrader needs to do a better job of like what day I'm looking at. But let's just find one. Oh, here's a good trade. Josh, happy morning. That's fine. I can do both. So I got to figure out a way on NinjaTrader where I can see what day it is. But like, here's an example of a trade where if I know where this is. Oh no, this is probably Friday. So if we look right here, this is aligning with pretty much probably that developing POC. But we have an enter, another entry, which was probably at a different level. This, I got to know where it is. Yeah, let me do a better job of looking at, trying to figure out exactly. Let me see properties. I can probably see it. Hold on. I can answer. Josh, give me 1 second. I'll answer that. Yeah. Cube Gift. I'll do a better job of that, and then we could talk about it. I'll figure out it. I know I can get the date or at least the range up here. Control D. Just a data box. That's the data box. I'll figure that out. Oh gosh. Okay, Josh, so to answer your question, you hit any payouts with this process yet? How many accounts blown, cycled through process so far? So I made videos on, I passed 5 Lucid accounts, and then I took 1 payout from that, and then I had death by a million cuts, actually. So I'll show you here. This is my live account, which is essentially my leader account. So I don't combine all of my my evals and stuff. That's not real money. So I took 1 payout from each of those 5, and that was probably in somewhere around April. And then I just had a couple lost days, and then I had some blow up days too. I think this one here, 475, was, I didn't blow my accounts. And then we had a pretty good May, but we can see that I started just shitting like an elephant, and I just had a lot of max loss days. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think here is when I blew pretty much everything, not from a tilt day per se, but just a day where, I mean, just too many big red days in a row, which is definitely disheartening. I didn't really, who likes to blow them, but I used to blow accounts in one day because I was doing something dumb. I blew those accounts just over the course of, I mean, I think I had those Lucid accounts for, I probably had them for 3-4 months. And I was also trading Bullnex accounts. Those, I was paying a subscription model on them, and I just didn't want to pay the subscription model anymore. So those I didn't keep. And then what else have I traded? I've traded Tradeify. I have these are my Tradeify accounts right now that I have. So I'm currently trading 5 of those, 5 Tradeify accounts here, and those are at 25. So those are $353 in profit. So I would say this year I blew 5 funded accounts after 1 payout with Lucid. I had 5 Bullnex accounts that I was 3 months in, and I didn't want to pay the subscription model, so I stopped. So I guess that's kind of blown. But those were so cheap that didn't matter. The GOAT funded futures, stopped trading with them because I just kept hearing horror stories and them not paying and things like that, and the 2-minute rule. So I didn't keep my GOAT fundeds. And then I think that's it. So yeah, so I've blown like 5 to, I've had 15 different accounts plus these 5. So I've had 20 prop firm accounts this year. And like I said, I blew the 5 Lucids over time, and then I just stepped away from the Bullnex ones, which if I knew how to trade, I really think that could be a really, really good brand to trade with. They pay out. They have like a kind of an interesting model. They let you have 11 accounts. I don't trade, quote, fast enough to do subscription model evals, if that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, the major struggle for me has been not holding on to winners long enough. and just letting losers be really, really big. I mean, that's been my major issue. And I keep doing it because, I mean, the lucid journey was awesome. And I said, not to repeat myself over and over again, but it was kind of weird to blow those accounts, but not all in one day. Like, I've had so many times over the years where, especially when I was trading minis and trading the Nazzy, where like my account would be up like $600, and then I would have like a minus $3,000 day and it'd be gone. Those ones were like, okay, bad day, little bit of green, little bit of green, little bit of green, big bad day. Little bit of green, little bit, and my trailing drawdown was just doing this up and down and up and down, and then inevitably with the little wins that I had, either my wins were too small or my daily max loss was too high, which that wasn't the case. I think having a $250 or $300 max loss for the day with micros is reasonable. My issue is getting those greens back up to offset those weeks that are inevitable, where you're going to have 2 or 3 bad days in the course of 2 weeks. That's really what happened. So I'm just continuing to learn from that. And another thing I did was I got all of those accounts at once. Like, I was all in the beginning of the year. I got the 5 Lucid, the 5 Bull and X, the 5 Gold Funded Futures. I got them all at once. And now I'm just like, all right, let's just trade these Tradeify accounts. I love their funded process. So I'm just going to trade those. And if I get payouts, then I'll think about adding accounts. I don't know. I guess I needed to slow down, zoom out, because like you said, I've been doing this kind of trading, but with options forever. And it was mind blowing to me how much more comfortable I feel trading options and taking heat on options, and also letting winners in options run. Like right now, I am long puts on SpaceX, and I want to hold those forever. Where here I see $20 of profit, and I'm like, take it off. So once I can align that mindset of like, all right, let's let it go all the way to target, that's when I think that's going to be, I think, a big breakthrough for me. I think that's when I'm going to see a lot of changes in the trading and things like that. But I hope that answers your questions. I feel like this process just, I just been a swing trader, and for so long that the shorter time frame, especially when I first, and everyone's trading 5-minute NASDAQ, right? That's what everyone was trading. And finding Rod Casilli and watching him trade 30-minute charts, I'm like, this is so much more my speed. Or like being able to step away from the screen with resting orders. I was never able to do that with minis and the Nazzy. I would have to be there to damage control immediately. This is like, all right, we'll let this run. I mean, even here. So I got in at 528 and we went all the way up to 590. So like, if I was trading a mini there, I'm out. I can't take that heat. Where all this was just an early entry, you know? Now that we're outside day up, guys, I'm probably not going to take shorts. Probably going to stick around for like 10 more minutes and be done by 10 a.m. today. Up $56 is great for me. I'll take that all day. And then I will keep these longs resting here. And then my computer will just sit in my house. And then if an order triggers, one of the kids will say, Daddy, your computer just talked to you. And I'll come over and see what's up. For those of you who got here, we pre-market, we took this trade here off a prior session POC. Where is that trade here? So you can see how the two align. Prior session POC. And then obviously I should have held, but it was pre-market. Who knows what happens? But we had that trade. So that was the first one. I think we took $11 on that trade. And then this one was a little bit bigger. Down from 530. Took it. We didn't want to be a dick for a tick, even though it did hit target. So I gave up from my target 433 down to 415. So another $10 to $15 I gave up there, but it happens. Go down. to be honest, like if this was a huge expansive candle, like this would probably be okay for me.
Order submitted.
That, and so I know, like, so many times I would see traders put orders up there and be like, come on, really? It's never going to get there. You're just putting orders on the screen at this point. But then you watch for a month and you follow Trump on Truth Social and you find out how fast we really could get all the way up there. I mean, that's all-time highs again. 53.91. Yeah, we'll see what happens up there, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm slightly addicted to the TradeZilla graph. Like now that we printed on here again, I'm addicted. Look at this though. But we love to see these 100%. June's still tough. Listen, this is my live account. June's tough. Tell me this isn't just extreme frustration. I'm human. A 439, a 239, and then a 3 in 3 days, like that was awful. That's when they all went. But since that, I freaking got my head out of my ass and I've had 2 red days since then. But we'll take this. There's a link for this. If you don't use, I mean, most platforms now have their own built-in journal, but if you're not journaling, this one's a good one. There's a link. I don't know what discount they give, but they give a discount if you use a link. Nice. 2 trades, 100% win rate, $3 commissions on short amount trades. Boom. We're going to be nice, easy Monday. You guys have any other last minute questions? I think if we're thinking these are going to sit for the rest of the day. Okay. These longs. The ES, I will rest down here if it does get down here.
Order submitted.
I'm not too concerned with this prior POC. Just, yeah, I'll let this one sit here too.
Order
So that's going to sit. And then I'm done with the Russell for today. So these will rest. And I will be done for the day and until one of those gets there. But I'm definitely not going to be staring at my computer anymore. I will be back tomorrow morning. Always going to try and hop on around 8:30 Eastern, 8:30-ish, somewhere between 8:30 and 9. I'll always post a link. And yeah, I know it's a small community now. I hope to build it over the summer. Dominate. If you're considering a new prop firm, please consider Tradeify. Use code BRAD. That'll get you a discount, and we could trade them together. If you get some Tradeify accounts today, I'll only be $356 ahead of you. So you got to get that $356 on your own, but the rest you'll see 100% on stream. So we'll pass those together this summer. I'm traveling at the end of July for a couple days because I like to run 100-mile races in the wilderness. So I'll be doing that. Another good trade if we had some range. Like, look, does mean reversion work? Come on. Like, when did the market open here? We have one good trade, 2-to-1, another one here. I mean, it's going to be a pretty good day. All right, guys, I do appreciate you, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.